Anticipated Democratic challenger to Florida Senator Marco Rubio is already ahead of him in at least one poll. Florida Congresswoman Val Demings is expected to win her primary Tuesday and then go on to face the incumbent Republican in the Senate general election in Florida this November. Demings is leading Rubio by 4 percentage points in a head-to-head poll conducted by the University of North Florida's Public Opinion Research Lab. For more on the race ahead of the primary, Jim DeFede joins us, investigative reporter for CBS Miami. Jim, from what you're hearing, what you're seeing, is this a real race? Is this competitive and close?
I think it's getting more competitive. I don't know if I necessarily believe the University of North Florida poll, but I will tell you that both the Rubio campaign and the Demings campaign are using it in fundraising. Rubio to say he's got a real serious race here and he needs all the financial support he can get, and Val Demings in trying to convince Democrats that she is a viable candidate, that Florida is not a state that has gone completely over to the GOP and that she can actually pull this off. I will say that the issue that I think is galvanizing a lot of Democratic voters has been the recent ruling on Roe versus Wade. I think that the Demings campaign saw some life from that and is really capitalizing on that to try to draw a comparison between herself and the current senator.
Also Tuesday, two top-line candidates, including a former governor, competing for the right to run against Ron DeSantis in the gubernatorial race. What's your sense of that?
Well, is it the right to run against Ron DeSantis, or is it sort of a Pyrrhic victory? Do you win that race and then get to go up against a candidate that has $130 million in the bank, as Ron DeSantis has, high approval ratings? So be careful what you wish for in becoming the nominee. But yes, that is the top line race that we're all keeping an eye on, is Charlie Crist versus Nikki Frye, to see who will be the Democrat. Charlie Crist, a former Republican governor, a current member of the House as a Democrat. Nikki Frye, they really represent two distinct wings of the party. The Charlie Crist campaign believes that the only way to beat Ron DeSantis is by appealing to the middle and hoping to break off some Republicans who find his approach to be too conservative, whereas Nikki Frye is arguing that the only way to challenge a conservative like Ron DeSantis is to heighten up and excite the liberal base of the Democratic Party and get the Democrats to show up by appealing directly to them and not trying to play so much to the middle.
So he's in this re-election cycle, but we keep seeing Governor DeSantis campaigning outside Florida for other Republicans. You're reporting,
you've noticed that, have you? Yeah.
It's hard to miss that, Jim. So what's he saying about a possible presidential run as he makes these out-of-state visits?
Right. He just recently was in Arizona campaigning for officials there. Again, kind of a strange move when you're up for re-election in 80 so days here in Florida. Look, everyone knows it's the worst kept secret that Ron DeSantis aspires to be president of the United States. He has not ruled out the idea of running in 2024, but he has not said that he will be running. He says he's focused on this, but on running for governor. But yet, when you go to Arizona, when you travel around the country, giving speeches and lectures and doing fundraising all over the country and helping other candidates, it seems like your focus is a little bit broader base, and I think that's what we can draw from that.
When you were watching these primaries 4 years ago, you saw the many candidates trying to get the Republican nomination for governor, and the Trump endorsement meant so much to Governor DeSantis. Where's their relationship now?
Well, let's be absolutely clear about this. Without Donald Trump's endorsement, Ron DeSantis would never, period, end of story, never have gotten the Republican nomination and therefore would never be governor. He was completely dependent on President Trump lifting him up and promoting him as the ideal candidate. And so he then won the nomination and a narrow victory for the governor's race in 2018. Fast forward 4 years later, their relationship is a lot different. Clearly 4 years ago, a Donald Trump endorsement was critical. Today, Ron DeSantis has made it clear he's not even asking Donald Trump for an endorsement. Now, the theory there, I would imagine, is that if you asked Donald Trump for his endorsement, Donald Trump would in turn ask for a commitment not to challenge him in a presidential election in 2024. And I don't think Ron DeSantis is willing to give it. So therefore, he never even asked for it. But Ron DeSantis has built his own base. He's curried a lot of people. He is clearly the heir apparent to whatever Donald Trump's legacy is. and may very well challenge Donald Trump in a primary in 2024. That's really going to be the interesting thing. I will share this with you. I had one politician down here tell me that Republicans more and more look at Ron DeSantis as their version of John F. Kennedy, that he's got the beautiful wife, the beautiful kids, the lawyer, the military record. They see him in those terms. And when you watch him travel around the country, he builds that excitement. So for those who are tired of Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis is positioning himself as the alternative.
On the ballot in the primary Tuesday ahead of the general election in November, Jim DeFede. Good luck Tuesday. We'll watch for your work then.
Thank you.